Hey everybody, we're back for another episode of I Gotta Be Honest With You. I'm Tom.
D-Man.
Dunzilla.
And today we're going to talk about a comic series and a movie that we all love.
Oh yeah, big time.
And we're going to talk about The Crow. It started as a James O'Barr comic.
Yeah, it did.
Because tragically his girlfriend or wife, fiance, do you remember what it was?
I'm not sure.
Someone very near and
I think it was his girlfriend or something.
she was very near and dear to him, and she was killed in a drunk driving accident, and he joined the Marines. James O'Barr is cool. We've seen him, we've never met him.
Yeah.
And he wrote the comic to help deal with his pain
Was
after
it the 80s? Late 80s?
Late 80s, really?
Yeah,
When did that come out?
Early
yeah,
90s?
around there. It came out 80s, 90s. That sounds about right.
Do you remember when it came out?
No, I don't. You see, the funny thing is, it was a, what do you call it there? Independent comic, and I really wasn't reading a lot of independent comics, and so it kind of like went past me.
And this was pre-Dark Horse, pre-Image,
Yeah. But I think Caliber actually put it out. I think they were the company. I might be wrong on that, but I think they were. The funny thing was, I didn't really know about it until pretty much when the movie came out.
Yeah.
That just, for whatever reason. Because I wasn't into like independent comics that much. I was more a Marvel DC guy back then. So, yeah.
Great movie, though, starring Brandon Lee.
God rest your soul.
God rest your soul, who was tragically killed while filming that movie. It was like day 57 of day 60 of filming, tragically.
Yep.
And ironically, they were shooting the scene where his character is killed. The premise of The Crow is a man, Eric Draven, is getting married to his fiancée, Shelley, and before their wedding date, which was on Devil's Night, you remember that?
Yep.
October 30th, they were going to get married.
Yep.
They are tragically
Killed.
They're tragically murdered. And a year later, a crow comes and brings his soul back to get revenge.
On the people that did him wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And they did it all kind of comic booky, though. It wasn't just a guy coming back. They gave him the white face paint, Iggy Pop, little dark
Trench
heavy
coat.
trench coat,
I think
long hair.
I think he had a sword at one point.
Yeah, in the comic.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But what the thing about it, though, is, it was a really, really good movie, and then they made subsequent sequels, which are horrible.
If I could just jump in for a second, though, one thing they did unique in the comic book was they told it black and white.
Right.
Like when he's going through the motion of going after his wife's killer and all that stuff. The flashbacks where he's thinking about the happiness in his life were all in color.
Yep.
Yeah, they were.
That was unique at the time. And you really don't see that much even in today.
And the interesting thing is, to finish the film, and they actually had to use body doubles and use like imposed of his face and like windows and all that, because back then the CG wasn't as good as it is now.
Yep.
So you actually could see it's a little not.
But it's still cool, though.
Oh, it is cool.
Especially where he goes, I do care. And you just see, Draven's silhouette in the sun. Alex Poyes directed that. He's a hell of a director.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
He directed The Crow,
Yep.
Dark City,
Yep.
Knowing,
Yep.
I, Robot. Some of those movies are good, but he's got a very keen visual eye.
Better than some art directors. Like who's that guy that you like so much? Joss Whedon. Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that
Joss
loser?
Whedon.
Yeah.
Mr. I Can't Write or Direct.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we never did get to mention that.
Mr. All my shows get canceled
Well,
because nobody watches them.
no, Buffy lasted for a while.
That show's stupid.
Well, it doesn't matter. It
it's
still
not
lasted more than Firefly. But anyway, back
Anything
to
lasted. Our show's lasted longer.
Yeah, it has.
it will soon.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We just haven't had a big budget movie yet, which maybe we will.
Never know what the future holds. Anyway, back to The Crow.
Do you remember when the movie came out? Because I know you and I were kids. 94. You remember?
I remember when the movie came out. I actually didn't go see it. I waited until it came on video.
Videotape.
VHS?
VHS. I went to my local video store, which
Blockbuster?
No, it wasn't
Hollow
Blockbuster.
Video in Dudley?
No. Actually, I think it was Video Haven in Southbridge, Mass. I went to. They're no longer around, but no one else is.
None of them are
Yeah,
around.
there are no video
They're
stores
only
around.
like
I would like if they came back. I think it's more fun to search and look at things
It's
like
just
Barnes
the-
and
it's
Noble.
just
Yeah,
times
screw
have changed,
FYE.
though.
The funny you should mention it was kind of cool to go to the video store and say, hey, here's a horror movie we can go see. Here's this, that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Redbox
a-
is boring.
Yeah, it's
Redbox sucks.
Yeah.
it's a bygone. Hey, we got a red box at our store now. Big Y. It's pretty cool.
That sucks.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, Redbox is stupid.
Yeah, but
Redbox is pretty stupid.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, that being said, there
like
was a
that
fun thing to
Gamefly
go in.
crap.
It was kind of fun, like on a Friday, Saturday, to go, hey, let's go to a local video store and rent a couple movies and watch them.
Yeah.
It was,
Now
You
it's
know
just-
it's the weekend when you go to Blockbuster Video.
Yeah, you do.
Back in the early 90s.
And now it's just you sit on your couch and you just like
Click.
Click Netflix.
Click,
Is The
relic,
Crow
click.
on?
I'm too lazy to
Netflix or
drive.
Hulu?
So
I don't know. I don't
I
have
don't think
Netflix.
so.
I don't have Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
I own the
see that.
Blu-ray. I know that. So.
Yeah.
Bob Ross is on Netflix.
We'll get back
Bob
to
Ross
that.
is on Netflix.
Yeah, he is. He paints pretty pictures.
Pretty trees.
Pretty trees.
Yeah, he does. Happy little trees.
Happy little trees. Olivia, have you ever seen The Crow?
No.
Really?
Really?
Have you ever seen Bob Ross's show? It's awesome.
It's on Netflix.
It's
I'm telling
awesome.
you.
I got nothing on this one, guys.
You got nothing on Bob Ross?
No, I mean, I got nothing to say. Whatever.
If we do a
Well,
Bob
the
Ross...
movie versus the comics, which one is better and why?
The movie.
The,
The movie's
I haven't read any. I
the
don't-
comics are pretty good, but,
But
the
the
movie,
movie
the
is
first
awesome.
movie is
Why
It's one of the-
so you said you all like it. Why?
it's a
theme-
great movie.
The way it's shot too. It's very dark, very dreamy,
Yes.
very gothic,
Yeah.
very Tim Burton-esque when it's like
Especially that last fight on the.
Oh, yeah.
On
the
the roof.
rain on the ceiling and all that. He
Oh, yeah.
he uses an antenna as a sword.
Yeah.
And Brandon Lee's performance was just awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It's too bad he
It's too bad he died.
as his
Yep.
father, he died too soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because but his father died just after Enter the Dragon became a hit, which is kind of sad. And The Crow became a hit, and he died pretty much.
Yeah,
kind of parallel.
Very parallel.
Yeah.
I would say another reason why I like the film is the look. Like I said,
It's got like a Blade Runner kind
I
of
was
feel to it.
it was probably the most visual key look since Blade Runner and Tim Burton's Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, then that's kind of cool because going back to what you're saying, that it's cool that they can do something like that, and you see it and you're like, wow, it's not so much it's a superhero, but the effect, the way they do it.
Even though it was
the
filmed on a
creative.
dark set, it looked like
Right.
this like very gothic world.
Which is pretty
It
cool.
was always
Yeah.
raining. and
Yeah.
it was always
The sunlight
night.
was
It was
never-
always nighttime.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
Yeah, it was a miserable.
Yeah, it was.
Which was probably a
But
way
it
to.
established
which
mood.
made the
Right.
established
Well,
mood, but made the
mood.
sense of love that he had for her
Yeah.
much more potent.
Right, and it kind of like because he was a spirit that was unrest. The spirit was unrest. So the weather is kind of like bad to coincide with that. Whereas if he was
Like
a happy
yeah,
guy,
and you see his silhouette too, and like
Yeah.
lightning bolts, and then you just
Yeah.
see like the outline of his face.
yeah,
And
Which
the
is-
Crow influenced professional wrestling too for 20 years because Steve Borden, who was Sting, adopted that as his gimmick,
which was really cool.
Oh my-
When he went solo.
when he went
Yep.
solo
Yeah.
or broke away. Oh, Sting,
God love you.
God, I love you, dude.
You are the man.
You're the man.
I understand why, but I really wish you had never sold out the WWE because if you hadn't, you would have been the only wrestler that didn't, and that would have been something. But I can understand why you did. Because he was the last
He
one.
was the only. He was
He
the
was
last
the only-
soldier of
yeah,
he
WCW.
was.
Which
right.
maybe one day we can do a professional wrestling episode or whatever, and just talk about the war or whatever.
Oh, you mean the Monday Night War? That'd be cool.
But Sting, you really carried professional wrestling for like 20 years.
Yeah, he did.
Because he did the Crow gimmick.
Yeah.
He did that as his face paint. He had the black trench
Long
coat,
hair.
the long hair, which he did cut short at one point. Which was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But and he was kind of crazy, which was kind of cool too.
Remember when he was Joker Sting?
Oh, that was
To
awesome.
play parallel with Heath
Yeah,
Ledger.
yeah.
Steve Borden kind of made a career doing Brandon Lee,
Yeah, he
Heath
did.
Ledger,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you did it good.
Yeah, the Joker thing is hats
The
off
Joker,
to you.
the Joker Sting was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it was almost as good as the delete.
Favorite scene from The Crow?
Oh,
God.
Mine is when he right after he killed T-Bird
yep.
and he throws the lighter
Yeah.
on the ground and you see the crow.
Yeah, it was.
That
It
was
was
awesome.
But they
And then it just
Daredevil
like-
ripped that off.
Daredevil did rip it off. I was gonna say, yeah,
the
dude.
only thing I didn't like about Daredevil.
And then the crow just comes on his shoulder.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he walks away. You see the flames in
Yeah,
the foreground.
that
It's
was
like
cool.
Walking away in the background.
Yeah, that's.
Fire it up! Fire it up!
Unfortunately, once you have a great movie, let's say, hey, let's get somebody else to be the thing, so they start doing more
Oh,
movies.
Vincent Perez.
Vincent-
I can't speak English.
Yeah. So they God.
Was so broken, dude. He's French.
I know,
He's a fine
I know.
actor. He's
All
done
right.
great. You know, he did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but and then Eric Mabius, dude, you sucked. And then they brought
Oh
Edward
yeah, he did. He
Furlong.
was awful.
Then they had what's his name there? The guy from Buffy was the villain. Really? What the hell? David Boreanaz?
Oh, David Boreanaz.
Yeah.
Mr. I Suck.
Yeah, pretty much. Go back to Bones. Anyway, so
That show
That
sucked.
show-
yeah, it does.
Terrible.
Anyway, so that being said, there's been good ones and bad ones, but I know we're running out of time. So all I gotta say is, The Crow was an awesome movie.
Crow's
It's one of my
awesome
top
movie.
favorites.
Check it out.
Recommend it.
Highly
Rent it
recommend.
from Blockbuster.
Rented from Blockbuster, which is in Texas, I think.
Hollow video.
You might be able to get them mailed to you.
I just.
Well, we going to Texas to get it?
Yes.
Well, I thought we were going to Oregon.
We are going to Oregon. One day soon we will go to Oregon because we want to go check out
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse.
In Image.
And on that, out of
We
here.
got 30 seconds.
Oh, do we? Okay,
We
guys.
got a little
Isn't Image right down the road?
Yeah, it is.
images in Portland.
It's like
Up
10,
the, yeah, 10
Okay,
minutes.
so
10
we'll go
miles
there.
away.
You know what we should go? We should go to that other place there in Jersey.
Oh, Comic Book Men.
Yeah, come up with
Red Bank.
Yeah, the bank. Red
Crow.
Bank. Crow.
Check it out. Onion
Later.
bagel, cream cheese.
Oh, awesome.
Bye.